Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is my TBR for May, and as you saw from the title, it is primarily focusing on reading the manga that I own. As I mentioned many months ago, I was trying to keep myself accountable for all of the adult fantasy books that I owned and how I had not read them. Okay, we're going to get to that later this month. I will be documenting how good I've done. But I kind of had that issue there, and then because I was doing better, I transferred that issue to manga. So I've still got a problem, but it's okay because the month of May is going to be all about reading the manga that I own. So it's like the May manga reading challenge. We'll see. I don't know if I can get any more creative than that. It's going to be very specific. So today we're going to talk about all the manga I have to read in the month of May, and then some of the books I have sprinkled throughout that I kind of started last month, I didn't start last month that I want to read now. It's just a whole thing. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay. So first up, I'm not going to switch the camera around. I'll just insert a picture. The first series that I need to finish, well, the first series I need to start and then complete this month is Hunter x Hunter. So I have every volume in the series. I watched that anime last year. I really loved it. I thought it was great. So now it's become one of my favorites. I became a little bit obsessed about collecting the series, and between me and my husband for my birthday this year, helping me complete the rest of the series, it's a series that I have to start and finish because it's taking up a whole shelf and I should really read it. So that's 35 volumes right there that I have to actually read for the month of May. I'm excited about it because it goes a bit further, but if you don't know, in general, the series is not complete. The creator got sick and he hasn't finished the series. We don't know if it'll ever be finished or not, but either way, it goes a little bit further, but it's not a completed story, but that's okay. So that's the first one I need to read. Second, Bleach, the complete box set of the first 21 volumes. Ooh, hope I didn't shake myself. I bought this either early this year or late last year. It was at Second and Charles. This is a series that I've been wanting to read, but it's also an anime that I never finished. So I was like, let me just get into reading it because the first box set was there. So I'm not good with math. Okay, so this is going to be as far as I get, because I already kind of did the math already, of some of how much I'm going to be reading between these two series. And this is just the first box set. Okay, so what is it? 35 plus 21. What is that? 56 volumes, right off the bat, that I have to read. And I have to complete the series. Not like I have access to the second box set, but I own it. I should really read it because I'm getting a little behind. So there you go. The second thing I need to read is Bleach, volumes 1 through 21. Got another box set coming at ya. Tokyo Ghoul. My mother was amazing and bought me this for Christmas, before the pandemic. It is volumes 1 through 14. Now, I watched this anime. I have no idea if this, totally completes, the show, if that makes sense. If not, I'll just run around a bit. But here's 14 additional volumes that I have to read. So what did I say? 56 plus 14. 5, 6, 7. What is that? 70? If the math is wrong, don't talk about it. I already know there's going to be about 100. Okay, it's going to be about 100 things of manga. This is just a rough math, okay? Just rough math now. So we're already getting even closer to 100 volumes. And you know what? This will help me. This will help me reach my goal for reading 200 books. I'm not close. I'm close to 100. But yeah, so these, yeah. Yeah. So I have 2 giant box sets that I need to read. This is the oldest one I own, and honestly I should have read it by now anyway, so that's just me being lazy. So here, So here, okay, I'm not lifting this whole bag of them. Okay, I'm just gonna simply say my friend Neptune was nice enough to let me borrow her complete set of Nana. So I've read the first 2 volumes of the series. It's all in a bag, so I actually don't know how many volumes for this series there are. It's already looking to be like, I don't know, at least like 20 something volumes. It may be 30. So this is another series I plan on reading. I don't think I will complete every single volume that she's given me because it is a bit different. First of all, I didn't even know that Nana was about 2 different women. I thought when I like saw it and I started reading it, okay, we have Nana who's very like preppy, you know, young, innocent, whatever. And then I kind of like flipped through to see how many pages I had left. And then I've always seen the Nana version that's like she's a punk rocker. I just thought that version of Nana, got alternative. No, it's 2 different women. So it's a little bit, it's a shoujo. This is like more like, hey, this is everyday life. It's relationships. It's more drama. So it's not a lot of action happening. So I really don't think this is going to be a series that I like devour the way that I will if I pick up Hunter x Hunter or the way I've done Fire Force. But that's okay. I want to at least read the first 10 volumes after I figure out, I need to figure out how many other volumes I have left. But yes, thank you, Neptune, for letting me borrow this. And then from there, I just need to complete some of the other series that I have like randomly. So behind me, I have Fire Force. I have the next 4 volumes. So it's like volume 23, 24, 25, 26. So it's next 4 volumes. I don't remember how many more volumes are in the series, but 26 is the most recently released, I believe. I have 3 additional volumes for One Piece because I couldn't find the omnibus for 1920-21. So what is that? 7. There's 7 right there. I'm looking over at my shelves right now. I'll maybe put a picture too. I didn't recently buy these, but you know, I had gotten some extra volumes of the time I got reincarnated as a slime. I think I got 2 additional volumes earlier this year. So I'm just going to kind of pick up the randos. I'm not committing to that, but if I'm kind of like getting burnt out on the series that like I've started, I might try to pick something up here and there. So ultimately, in terms of the manga, we're looking at like as close to 100 volumes as you can get. It probably won't be any more than that, but I definitely will be at least reading. I know for a fact I want to read Hunter x Hunter. So that's 35. I would really like to read Bleach, and I really want to read Tokyo Ghoul. So we're looking like super close to 70, maybe, you know, everything. If, you know, I read those 10 volumes of Nana, you know what I'm saying? So that is the challenge for me in the month of May. Woohoo me! Woohoo me! Now let's get into the other books that I want to read. So I will be finishing Wonton Terror by Vivian Chen, who put murder on the menu. The Noodle Shop mystery series. Still absolutely loving it. Lana and Peter have a food truck that they've set up in like this like food market. So, you know, they're branching out. They're branching out a little bit. But there's been a murder. Okay? Who's surprised? And we all know what's about to happen. Lana's gonna start investigating. She's already started with Megan, okay? And I'm really excited. I still really, really love this series. I'm really enjoying it. I would absolutely recommend it. It's very, very good. I love Lana as a character. There's some other things that are going on that I'm really interested in. Her mother's sister, so her aunt, has come into town, much like Lana and her sister. Her aunt and her mother are complete opposites, so loving it. And you're not allowed to judge me. You're not to my face, but you're just not. Yes, I want to pick up the books that I said I was going to pick up. Yeah. So I think I mentioned this in my last video. I accidentally skipped Blue Moon in the series of my reread of Laurel K. Hamilton of the Anita Blake series. Technically, Burnt Offerings is what I would be reading next. It's much shorter than Blue Moon. I had wanted last month to read these both at the same time. they're both really good. This one I mentioned several times, so I'm not going to go over it again. This one basically is kind of nice because it takes Anita away from like the main story. She goes off to a different state, which I think might be Arizona, with Larry. But this one is when steam starts happening. So Killing Dance, that's when Anita finally gets dicked down, okay? Now there's more dicking down to be had and some more drama. This one's a little bit, both are really exciting, but because now Richard is back here, this one's good. And you meet some more characters, which obviously I know 1,000 times over because I reread the series so many times. But now you see some characters that become like regularly seen side characters in this one. So yes, I did want to start reading these. There's also a Book of the Month Club book. I didn't want to bring it out yet because I do have a video planned of all of the Book of the Month Club books I haven't read yet to hold myself accountable there too. Not to mention 3 more on their way because I did order my book of the month for the month of May. I skipped it last month, but I got 2 add-ons. One is Crying in H Mart, and the other one I do not remember. I do not remember the second one at all. I've kind of been like back and forth with what I want since I skipped last month, but one of the books I wanted I actually got for free. So then I had to switch it up. So I don't even remember what I got. I have a problem. So yes, there you have it. So that is my TBR for the month of May. Wish me luck because I'm going to need it, especially with the manga. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I might get a little bit more creative. You know, as of right now, I'm at a high. I'm at a high. Feeling good in my personal life, work. I'm choosing not to let it bother me. So that's kind of a high too. We do have some things going on around the house. And luckily I finished watching All of Us Are Dead, which had me sobbing, crying, shitting, farting, everything, throwing up for like most of this month. I would just like to say All of Us Are Dead is so good. It was much more than a vampire. It was much more than a zombie show. It definitely like hit me. I was getting, it was too much. It was too much. I would definitely recommend it. But no, if you're an emotional person like me, you will cry. I don't know if you'll outright sob like I did, but I sobbed several times. Just a little bit too much. So that's what I was doing this month. That's what I was doing in the month of April. You know how it is. You know how it is. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Talk to me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Let me know, are there any series that I have on this TBR for the month of May that you've read? Give me some positivity, like, yeah, you're gonna love it. I don't think I'm gonna dislike anything I will be reading this month, so I'm not even worried. But is there anything in there that you'd like to read? Let me know. Just let me know. So that being said, have a good day. Goodbye.